Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our online classes yet again. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for today's lesson, okay? But before we do that, before we unpack today's lesson, let us quickly go over the date and our objective for today. What day is it today? Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. What date is it today? The date today is April 1st. Wow. April 1st, 2020. Okay? Today is the first day of April. Remember, yesterday we said it was the 31st of March, and we said it was the last day of March. So today is the first day of April, and we say first. Okay, just like how when we do our sequencing, we say first, second, third, fourth. That's how we read the date. We say April 1st, 2020. Okay, our objective for today is we will practice our paragraph writing. We will practice our paragraph writing from our main idea and sorting details that we did yesterday. So for today's lesson, you just need your pencil and your worksheet, the one that says main idea and details. Okay, those are the two things you're going to need today because we are going to do our work in that worksheet. So let us quickly recap on what we did yesterday. We said, or we went over the main idea and details, right? So we said the main idea is what the story is talking about. It is similar to that of the title. All right. And then we said details are everything that happens in the story. So after we identified the main idea yesterday, we were left with details, which we sorted according to order of happening. Okay, so we took out the main idea and then we were left with our details, and then we put the details in order. What happened first, what happened second, what happened third, and what happened fourth. Okay, and remember we said whenever we do this, whenever we put things in order, we call it sequencing. Okay, sequencing. So these were our sentences that we needed to put in order. Okay, so now we are going to read them and we are going to just go over them while they are in order. So this is what we had yesterday and we put them in order. We said the main idea was many people are outside at the park. Okay, that was our main idea. This will be our first sentence. Our detail number 1, which is our second sentence, will be Ben and Bob play catch. Okay. Detail number 2. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks the ball. Detail number 3. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Detail number 4. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Okay? Right, so now we're going to go back to the main idea and you are going to read after me. Alright, let's start from the top. Main idea. Good. Many people are outside at the park. Let's read together. Many people are outside at the park. Okay. Detail 1. Ben and Bob play catch. Let's read together. Ben and Bob play catch. Alright, let's move on. Detail number 2. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks the ball. Let's read together. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks the ball. Okay. Detail number 3. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Let's read together. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Okay, detail number 4. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Let's read together. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Alright, so those were our sentences in order. This is what we did yesterday, okay? This is what we did yesterday. So, now I want you to write today's date and the name and your name on your worksheet. This is the worksheet I'm talking about, okay? So, write your name and the date. You have 1 minute. Okay, so now that we have written our date and our names, now we need to fill in that worksheet, okay? We need to fill in that worksheet. So I have done it for you. So this is what we need to do now, because we have read our sentences, we have identified the main idea, and lastly, we were left with the details, and then we sorted out the details. So now what we need to do is to write them down in our worksheet. Okay, can you see the first block? Main idea. We said many people are outside at the park. Detail 1. Ben and Bob play catch. Detail 2. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks a ball. Detail 3. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Detail 4. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Okay, so I'm going to give you 7 minutes to write this down in your worksheet. Okay, 7 minutes to copy this down in your worksheet in the correct space. Make sure that you copy correctly. Okay, you have 7 minutes. You may begin. you have about a minute and a half. Okay, a minute and 30 seconds to quickly finish up. Okay, you should be done. So that was the first part for our worksheet. Okay, putting everything in order. Now we have to get ready for the exciting part, which is our paragraph writing. I'm sure you guys are now familiar with this and you know it off by heart. Okay, so these are our paragraph writing rules. Quickly, let's go over them. Number 1, every paragraph must have 4 to 6 sentences. Let's read together. Number 1, every paragraph must have 4 to 6 sentences. Number 2, each sentence must start with a capital letter or a big letter. Right? Let's read together. Each sentence must start with a capital letter or a big letter. Number 3, each sentence must have a verb and end with a period. Let's read together. Number 3, each sentence must have a verb and end with a period. Number 4, you must indent every paragraph. Let's read together. You must indent every paragraph. Okay? These are our paragraph writing rules. These are the golden rules. Okay? Do not forget these. Whenever we do paragraph writing, make sure you remember them and you apply them. Okay? So now I will give you 30 seconds to read the Chinese translation so that you have a better understanding. 30 seconds. Begin. Okay, very good. So now at the bottom of your worksheet, you have lines. Okay, you have your lines which we are going to use for our paragraph. Okay, at the bottom of your worksheet, you have lines where you must write your paragraph. So this is our paragraph. I have put it together for you. So what you need to do is just copy this paragraph into your worksheet. Remember, indent. How do we indent? We leave we use our two fingers and then we start writing our first sentence. Okay, whenever we indent, we use our two fingers at the beginning of the page to leave the space, and then we write our first sentence. Remember, each sentence starts with a capital letter, yes, and ends with a full stop. Don't forget, whenever you're writing a sentence, start with a capital letter and end with a full stop. Let me just read this paragraph for you and then we will start writing. Many people are outside at the park. Ben and Bob play catch. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks the ball. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Okay, that is our paragraph. So now you have 7 minutes to write this paragraph down in your worksheet. Okay, in your worksheet, and make sure that your paragraph is neat. Make sure that your paragraph is neat. You may begin. You have about 2 minutes left. Okay, you should be finishing up, okay? Make sure, check your work, make sure that your spelling is correct. Check that you have the capital letters in the right place, the full stops in the right place, and most importantly, your spelling is correct, okay? Check that your spelling is correct. All right, so now let's read together. Let's start from the top. Many people are outside at the park. Ben and Bob play catch. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks the ball. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Okay, let's read it one more time. Many people are outside at the park. Ben and Bob play catch. Susan reads by a rose while Pete kicks the ball. Jim sneezes and blows his nose. Josh and the Pope jump rope and get wet. Okay, that is our paragraph. I think we deserve a good job because we did a good job with this writing. Okay, and I know that you guys also made sure that your work was neat and tidy. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.